NBA Infinite gave early test build access to courtside creators to check out Season 3 prior to launch. So, let's run through a few things and see what's up. Hoop Hustle is a new game mode that's being introduced. Collect players that have synergy with each other of the challenges using basically a 5v5 format. In Hoop Hustle, each NBA star has 1 to 3 synergy skills. Combining different synergy skills can enhance your player performance and increase your team's rating. Obviously, you want to end up getting that on the positive so you can end up winning. Your team rating is going to be a measurement of your Hoop Hustle team's power. Select well-developed starters to be included in your team when you end up generating rating. Adjusting the team's composition based on player synergy skills will definitely end up helping maximize your team's rating. So the synergy skill, you could end up seeing if I end up matching up 3 of these individuals, it's going to end up increasing the overall tactical master. When 2 players are assigned, rebound attribute increased by 2%, 3-point field goal increased by further. When you end up having 4, you could end up seeing I end up having a 4% increase, along with the 3% increase following. We end up having tactics that we could end up following. There's going to be optimal teams with optimal tactics. So based on that positioning, you could end up seeing where my teammates are going to end up going. Do I actually end up having the right people in the right positions? We end up having the trophy count. This is showing what their trophy count would be. The number of trophies that I can obtain will be on the right hand side. And then of course you want to end up going ahead and attacking them. So with Hoop Hustle, you'll end up having 3 challenge attempts that are replenished daily, and 3 additional challenge attempts can be purchased with diamonds. You'll gain points when you win a game, and you'll lose points when you lose a game. Those points are going to dictate your position when it comes to the Hoop Hustle leaderboard, so take that in consideration. When you jump into your first Hoop Hustle game, it's going to have very familiar tones of Dynasty mode. It's going to walk you through the whole thing, and you can see here, it's telling us we have energy bars that we're trying to pick up. We have finisher skills that we're trying to end up utilizing. Each one of those are going to be active based on however many times we end up obtaining the ball or an action is produced. You can see here an example of the finisher move for Steph Curry. You can also call for defensive tactics. It's one of those things that you're going to end up relying on, and it will develop further as you continue to go. The tactics skill will pop up, and then that's when you would want to end up enhancing your tactics skill. So right now, we're on defense. Players are just letting their things go. It's super early on into the game, so there's not much I can do other than do another rotate. Switch defense is now activated, but you end up getting the play, and now we're on offense. Again, you could always end up activating the player's finisher skill by tapping once those bars are up. Hoop Hustle is supposed to be a simulation mode. You're basically managing the team and letting them play, while you end up calling some big shots. In addition to the new Hoop Hustle mode, we also end up having new cards that are going to be introduced in NBA Infinite. Some of those cards include Paolo Banchero, Anthony Edwards, Evan Fournier, Nicole Bridges. There's going to be a new power-up feature that's going to allow players to consult it at any time, basically trying to show new ways that you could end up increasing your power, your skills, and so forth. I personally end up liking it because it ended up showing details about things that I didn't know I could do, such as alley-oops, as well as play calling specials. One of the things that I'm most excited for is the Dynasty mode changes. They've introduced different mechanisms to the actual gameplay. They've enhanced the overall offensive and defensive tactics that you could end up getting, plus their effectiveness. And again, they added new player animations, added referee animations, and then they even introduced the Dynasty training camp, where it's going to allow you to kind of mess around with Dynasty a little bit more and get a better understanding of what your team is actually doing. Again, I myself have neglected Dynasty mode for the last 2 seasons, but I'm actually pretty stoked about this. Not to mention the cool camera angles that it's going to introduce as well. And I'm super stoked to build these storyline videos with you all. So in addition to these updates, there's also going to be in-game optimizations that have been handled. Team up features, rank up screen is going to be changed, and even going to give you notifications for your exchange events. Dribbling backwards facing the basket is no longer going to be a thing. And of course, to end it all off, we end up having a new 3v3 court, Ruckus Park in teal and pink. Definitely has that Miami Vice vibe. What are you most excited for on this update? Let me know in the comments down below, and I hope to catch you guys on the court.